22.12, that's the opening price. What's your reaction to that?
Hey, you know what? This has been an exhausting process, as you know, going through an IPO process for any company. This is just the beginning. This is the beginning of a long, long journey, an incredible journey, and a massive opportunity. So I am so happy to sit here with you guys today and just being where we are. But it is about the long term.
But you've been doing this for decades. I mean, you started doing this when oat milk people would have thought you were crazy. So. It's like, I think we just need to take a moment. And this has been a very long journey for you. Your stock price just opened. I think you can take a little victory lap on that. Can you just tell me the experience?
Alex, now you're absolutely right. We've been around for almost 30 years, right? And back in 2012, when I joined this company, we were 40 people in the field of middle of nowhere with incredible bunch of people, and an amazing product that nobody has ever heard about before. And that's why I'm so extremely proud of what we have done. From there to where we are now, where we are leading a global movement, across 3 continents, just a small Swedish company doing that. I think it's quite an achievement that I'm super, super proud of.
This is a 12, 13, 14 billion dollar company now, Toni. How does it change now that it's a public company?
Yeah, well, that's the question we asked ourselves. But you know what? Becoming a public company allows us to make a greater impact with size. We can actually just continue to do what we do, but at greater scale. And I think that is something that is positive for the planet and the people, and not lose ourselves in our mission and our purpose that we have, right? This is completely centered around a reason for existence, which is to try to make this world better. And that definitely includes, the centerpiece of that is to make a milk that is better for human and better for planet, right? And that's why we started.
Just in terms of strategy, Toni, I mean, you have some heavy hitter investors, from celebrity investors to Blackstone. The private market was really open to you. Like, why go public now? What does that say about the next scale up or something?
No, good question. No, we were determined to we think timing is absolutely right. We need the proceeds to expand our production capacities across these 3 continents. If you think about what we do, we build demand across 3 continents successfully, multiple channels from niche to mass, and generating a demand that we haven't been able to supply. So that is what the proceeds are going to be used for. And this year especially is going to be extremely exciting for us, bringing new capacity on board every single quarter. This is going to be, we're just happy to be where we are right now.
Toni, what do you say to people that say that this is just going to be a fad? Like, a few years ago, it was soya milk. I remember drinking it. Then it was almond milk, and everybody was using that. And oat milk has become pretty dominant now. But is there something else around the corner that's going to basically mean that kind of you are also in the same camp as those other types of products as well? How do you keep this going? How do you use this money to make sure that that doesn't happen?
No, that's also a great question. Hey, you know what? The big difference now versus if you look at the evolution of plant-based milk is that the key driver for this is conversion. Conversion from dairy into Oatly. And we can see that 40% of our growth is driven by new users, people entering the space who's never been here before. We know 60-70% of our current users joined plant-based milk only 2 years ago. So there's been a massive acceleration. The key word here is conversion. And I can spend hours with you guys, speak about the science behind this, around oat fractions, oat genome, the clinical studies that we have, the research around agriculture. I mean, we're set up, we're positioning ourselves to take a global leadership. We're determined to lead this revolution forward, and it will evolve. You're right, it will evolve, and we are going to lead that. And we've been scanning the world for crops actively for more than 30 years, and we haven't found anything that remotely delivers the way oat does. So it is a premium crop. So that's why we feel confident about it.
So to pivot off of that question, kind of where do you go next? You ventured into yogurt and ice cream, but it's still pretty recent. What are some of the trends that you're seeing that gives you optimism that these can compete? And what other ones are you playing with right now?
Yeah, I mean, we have an amazing frozen item in the U.S., and I think it's the best performing item in terms of velocity.
Really?
Limited distribution due to supply. Yes. Haven't you tried it?
No.
You have to try it.
How many calories are in it? I do Halo Top because of the
Oh.
calorie intake. If you can get me lower calories, I'm all in.
Okay, we can have a debate later, offline or something like that.
Okay,
Or next
that's
time
fine,
I
that's
come
fine.
here about that. Yeah. No, but hey, no, you're onto something here. And the thing is that, just the portion of our innovation is centered around milk. So we have in Sweden and Finland, those are the two countries where the full range of products, anything from cooking cream to sour cream to spreads and ogres and frozen and all that. That is something that we feel very excited about, to be able, with a new capacity, to bring across different countries. But we are about mirroring traditional dairy, make that shift easy and not making niche of a niche products.
What does oat cheese taste like? Have you got oat cheese? How good is it?
We have produced oat cheese. It tastes really good. But, if you look at vegan cheese, a lot of it right now, at least, is based out of starch. We believe we can do that with ensymation. That will take a little bit longer, but I think the function and the flavor could be even better. So that's what we're looking at.
Well, that's interesting. Talk to me a little bit
serious.
about...
Like cheese is important.
Cheese is important. Although cheese and ice cream,
It
it's
is.
a really tough call about importance for me. So in terms of...
Yeah.
Go ahead, Tony.
Try our ice cream.
Okay, I will. I promise I will.
Yeah.
In addition, a lot of CEOs that we talk to, especially those that are scaling, are dealing with input costs and stuff. And I just would love to get your take on, where you're seeing higher costs, how you're kind of mitigating this in this very pivotal period for you when you're innovating as well as IPOing.
Yeah, hey, this is about growth. This whole journey for us right now is to capture everything. We're not going to do anything pull any extraordinary cost in any different areas. We're just going to continue to do what we do and feel confident about that. And we did a lot of the heavy work already. So I think we're positioned well to take the next level here. If you think about what we do here, building the demand across 3 continents with organization and supply and everything, we are positioned to take this to the next level. I feel pretty good about it, to be honest.